Hi guys, welcome to Star Sisters Tarot. My name is Sierra, and today we will be discussing the December energies that are coming to you. And boy, let me tell you, we have some big energies coming. We do have the new moon starting off right in the beginning of the month, which Alora did post a video. If you have not seen that video yet, please go check that out on our channel. If you're in our VIP group, it has also been posted there, and it has been posted on our Star Sisters Tarot page. But the new moon is on the night of, or technically the morning of December 4th, and today is the 3rd, so it's going to be basically tonight. So be ready for that, guys. And it is going to be in the sign of Sagittarius, that fiery, spontaneous sign that Sagittarius is. And we also have that solar eclipse coming along with it. It's going to be closing out, I believe, an 18 uh, moon cycle, 18 eclipse cycle, I believe. If I'm saying the wrong word, excuse me. But so it is closing that out, and it's just going to be urging us to embrace our truth and be more spontaneous. And again, that is also because the sun and moon will be accompanied by the communicative sign of Mercury. Well, not sign of Mercury, the planet Mercury. So we do have that energy there as well. So we're just going to be opening up, embracing our truth, and being the most beautiful us, and being spontaneous and starting new things that we want to start deep down inside of us and always have, just something that's been a part of us, or whatever else the planets have in store for us this month. And later on this month, we do have the full moon. I believe it is in Gemini. So we do have a lot going on this month. We have a lot of good energies coming, and it could definitely shift things up for us, depending on our own situations. Everyone has unique situations, so when we do get into these pick a pile readings, just remember that this is a general reading. There could be multiple different interpretations of these cards, depending on your specific situation. If you would like something that is more elaborate and more in-depth for you, more personal for you, then you can always message us and we can go into a more in-depth reading for you. So let me go ahead and get the piles ready to show you. I did go ahead and get a drop from my Nightmare Before Christmas deck, and I thought that would be really suiting for the month of December, but here we go. And I know it's actually kind of hard to tell the difference. I'll hold them like this. This one's kind of fanning out. I don't know why, but I'm going to hold them to the best of my ability to be able to show you these different decks. Or not decks, but piles. So we do have these. If you want to try to get the energy from them, I am trying something different this week. That is, or not this week, but this recording. That is why I am doing it this way. Just wanted to do it a little bit different. You let me know in the comments which way you prefer better. Do you like them like this, where you can see them in my hand? Are you able to get the energy from these? Now that I have had these up, let me go ahead and tell you which pile is which. So this is pile 1, this pile 2, this is pile 3, and this one is pile 4. So you guys just take a second to kind of get a feel for these cards. Which pile do you think is for you? Pile number 1, pile number 2, Pile number 3. Pile number 4. All right, guys. Just a bit longer for you guys. And if you do need even longer, take a second to pause the video and let your intuition speak to you and tell you which one is meant for you. Okay? All right, let's get started. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. We will get started with pile number 1. So, my foot is falling asleep. That is perfectly fine. Anyway. And if you guys can hear the noise that is going on outside, we do have our, what's the word that I'm looking for? The lawn people are outside and they are working on the yard. So, give me 1 second. Pile number 1. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. I will also get cards for clarifiers for you as well from different decks. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the cards that already dropped for me. And again, this is asking, what is December bringing for pile number 1? Okay? So let's go ahead. Pile number 1, we have the 3 of Swords. Okay, starting off, it's already seeming like December may bring a little bit of hurt feelings to the table. Something may be going on that will be bringing about these hurt feelings, whether or not this is triggered by something that happened in the past, or if something new is going to be happening, you may get hurt, or somebody else may get hurt. This is needles, so this is swords that we're talking about, and swords represent communication, thoughts, words. So it could be like somebody's getting hurt by maybe something that somebody says, or the way that things are being communicated, the way we're communicating our feelings. So just be very careful about how you do communicate your feelings this month. But make sure you do communicate your feelings, because that is necessary. But just try to be as honest about yourself as possible, while also being open to listening to other perspectives. But, so we got that card first. Okay, guys. And maybe I can, what is this too big? I don't know. Maybe not. I'll just keep that there. The second card that we got for you guys is the 2 of Wands. So there's an element of decision here. This is like, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? There's a little bit of an element of travel here. So maybe you're going to go somewhere. And if this is continuing in relation to the 3 of Swords, then after you get hurt, you may have to make a decision. You may need to go somewhere because of it. Yeah, let's keep going and see what else we get with these cards. Yeah. You know what? These aren't going to stay for me, so I'm just going to keep them down here. But, yeah, so we have the 3 of Swords and 2 of Wands so far. With that, we have the 4 of Wands reversed. So this has a feeling of being unstable at home. Something's going wrong at home, in your home. That may be where the hurt feelings is coming from. And we may need to decide whether or not maybe we need to leave our home, either for like a temporary break, or maybe we need to move permanently. Maybe. Again, this is general, so it could vary between different people who pick pile number one. But the next card that we have with this is the Two of Cups reversed. And this kind of indicates like something going wrong in a relationship. Something's just not quite right. Things have been off between you and somebody who you really, really care about. Either this is a romantic relationship or just a really important relationship in your life, and something's just not going well. And it's time to kind of like take a second to think about what it is that's going wrong and what you want to do about it to fix it. Maybe that's what the Two of Wands is referring to about that decision, like deciding, something's clearly not going right at home. You need to decide how you are going to go about fixing that this month and doing what you need to do for maybe not only you, but also your family. This does give me a sense that there is more than just a relationship here. This is like a family, and you're really concerned about the stability of the family when it comes to deciding what you're going to do about that hurt. Um, but then we also do have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is like ultimate success and happiness, and that is coming at the end of this drop for you guys for December. So I am feeling that after you decide what you need to decide for this bit of hurt feelings and tough decision making, you're going to come out on top, and things are going to go exactly the way that they are meant to in order for you to succeed, in order for you to be your truest, happiest you. And you'll be able to take care of it all in all aspects. So, especially financially. So I don't feel like you should have to worry too much about, if you're needing to leave your home and move and get a new place, you should be able to make that happen. You do have these pentacles here. Also, it kind of is just giving a sense that you're kind of desiring that happy home life. You want that happy home life. You want the success in your relationships and in your family. So it's really time to make a decision this month about how you want to get to that success, how you want to achieve that. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take some energy cards for you to kind of I got Feeling the World for you. And this card is all about taking on other people's energies and being sensitive to other people's energies. But more so than that, sometimes when we are so adapted to taking on other people's feelings and emotions and their energy, we sometimes pick up on their negativity as well and their negative energy that's kind of dragging us down a bit. This card encourages you to remember to set your boundaries enough to where you are not absorbing any negativity or anything that is going to bring you down as a light that you are. You want to make sure that you are guarding your energy and you're guarding your heart and not allowing people who are going to tear you down in your area, in your circle, in your proximity. You want to make sure that you are taking care of you in that sense as well, emotionally and physically and spiritually. Just guard your energy, guard your heart, and make cautionable decisions for who you have in your circle and what you allow around you. And it doesn't only have to be people either. It could just be things in your environment. Maybe there's something that is around you that's bringing you down and you kind of need to get away from it. Um, I don't have anything indicating it yet, but maybe for something that is not a person that could be bringing you down, maybe it's something that you were previously um, really either addicted to, or you just had a really strong urge to take part in it. Maybe um, I'll get some other cards to clarify, but yeah, we need to be careful about what we are allowing in our environment and who we are allowing around us. If we need to cut people out for our energy and our like uplifting, it's time to do that in the month of December. It's time to be honest about that and say, hey, that's not okay. I'm not accepting that for me anymore, and I'm moving forward. Okay. I will ask for any more energies that may come up in December for you. I want to look up this one really quick, which I'm pretty positive I know what it is, but I just want to make sure I don't miss out on the whole message here. Okay, my love. Pile number 1. This hurt feeling that you are feeling in the month of December, the fact that there is something that may hurt you. Either it's going to be a breakup or it's going to be something really, really intense. This card, it's broken open, okay? This is the gift of grief, being shattered as a result of loss, the potential inherent in failure. So there are situations in life when you see the value of loss, grief, and a broken heart. Yet it's not the pain or loss itself that must be the focus of your attention here. No, not even the story of what happened. The details surrounding what has brought you to your knees is as important as what results from the experience. Can you see this situation and see that it has broken you wide open, enabling you to have an even greater capacity for love, compassion, empathy, and understanding? You cannot be the same person as before. The only way forward is to move through it without resistance or manipulation, without attempting to bargain with unseen forces, because none of your usual fallbacks can put you back together again. If you do fall prey to self-absorption or self-pity, it will just make it harder to get to the next gradual phase leading to relief. Yet even if you are prolonging the inevitable, you will get there eventually. The gift is in accepting who you've become as a consequence of integrating this difficult experience and allowing yourself to be more than you were. This wisdom comes at a high price, but the value of your experience of moving through into the other side is unsurpassed. Love the you that is the result of being broken open by life's challenges and lessons. I really do love the messages in this guidebook. If you guys are interested in reading tarot, I really recommend the 7 oracles, or the 7 energies oracle deck. Really beautiful. One of my favorites, and that's why I use it so often. But I really feel like this message is saying that, you know, there may be a decision that needs to be made for a relationship of yours, whether you need to put an ending to that, and that may come up. And if that happens, if you need to end a relationship with somebody that is really important to you, don't look at it as like such a terrible thing. There's got to be something in this that is for the better for you. Like, you are going to be a completely different you after you've been broken open. You're going to see that after learning that, hey, I didn't want to be loved like that. I didn't want to be treated like that. I didn't want to accept that for my life. Having that reality and having that, or that realization, can really turn your perspective around in life and open up many, many doors for you, and many opportunities could just start coming in that previous relationship was kind of blocking for you. So don't be too don't be too afraid of being broken open, because when we break open that door, then we could finally walk through it. Okay, landed straight on top of the pile for you, pile number 1, and we got Mercury, which again, we do have Mercury with the sun and the moon for this new moon in the solar eclipse. So Mercury, we're talking about thinking and learning, networking, and communication. Okay, so things need to be communicated. Your truth needs to be stated. You need to, number one, speak up for yourself where it's needed. Um, and not only are we speaking in order to communicate, but we are listening. Make sure you are listening to the other side as well. Make sure you're hearing what needs to be said and understood. Um, Sometimes when our communication gets mumbled and jumbled and, kind of just thrown out the window, then things can start going wrong at home. Maybe this is the reason why there's going to be an issue and maybe some hurt feelings. Or this could be the solution to it, or what it's going to bring to you. We're going to be learning lessons through being broken open. And I think it's really going to expand your mind a bit and get you to really think from multiple different perspectives. Okay, what else does December have for pile number 1? Okay. We also got Mars for you guys. Moving forward and defending yourself. So there's a kind of a bit of aggression with Mars, a little bit. But it doesn't have to be like a violent aggression, but more so like a strong push forward, going in the direction that you want to go in. So lot of forward movement for December for you guys, moving on and moving forward. Defending yourself and taking care of yourself is in this month for you. Okay. I'm going to take, that was my astrology deck, which I really, really enjoy as well. It's the Heavenly Bodies astrology deck. The box is really nice, but this is the smaller box. It comes in an even bigger box. It's really awesome. So I'm going to take one more set of drops for you guys from my angel guide deck. Again, I use this one a lot as well. I do like the answers that come in this one. It's kind of nice. So what else does December have? Okay, so we have expect miracles and self-acceptance. Okay, so accept yourself for who you are, for who you want, for what you deserve, the love that you deserve, the miracles that you deserve in life. Just accepting your truth. And again, that totally fits with December's energy. And just make sure you are accepting yourself wholeheartedly and loving yourself for who you are. And expect some miracles. Even though there may be something tough going on for you this month, it looks like there's going to be a miracle that comes out of it, and something absolutely amazing. So just allow Divine Spirit, allow the universe, allow God, whatever you want to call it, allow them to Just bring this to you. Allow this process to happen. Allow it to unfold the way that it is meant to unfold. Accept it for yourself as your reality and your life and your future, um, just part of you, and allow those miracles to flow in. Okay. Anything else for pile number 1? Anything else? Vulnerability and freedom. Okay. When we allow ourselves to become vulnerable, it gives us a certain amount of freedom. When we open up about difficult situations that we're going through, then new opportunities can come in because other people are aware of your situation. Stop. Timer just went off. Or not timer, alarm just went off. But when we are vulnerable and we open up about what we're feeling and what we're experiencing, then we're able to have a little bit of maybe a different perception, or perspective of the situation from somebody else's eyes, or we're able to get help, or maybe we're just able to get a little bit of encouragement, that, hey, you're moving in the right direction, you're making the right choice. And that kind of can give us a sense of freedom, a sense of accomplishment, and also, when we're communicating our truth, that gives us a sense of freedom. If you're not telling your partner that you're unhappy, or if you're not communicating everything that you're needing to communicate with the person that this reading is referring to, being open and vulnerable to them, saying, hey, I'm dealing with this problem, hey, I have this that I need to resolve, it gets it taken care of. If we don't communicate about it, it's not going to change. If we don't actively make that step, then we're not going to be broken free from what's holding us back from our future. So make sure that you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable, because there's beauty in that. And people are able to see you for all of you and not just for what you think everybody wants to see from you. Yeah. So that is what I have for you, pile number 1, for your December energies. I really hope that gives you a bit of insight on what steps to take this December. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed that. Okay. Now I'm going to move on to pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. If you're just now jumping up to this point in the video, welcome. Again, I am trying out something different here with the reading, so just bear with me. And yes, so this reading was for your December energies. What does December have for you this month? What does the universe have planned for you? What are we accomplishing? What are we getting from the world? And what are we experiencing? I am about to sneeze, and I am so sorry. Excuse me. So sorry. Okay. Anyway, so pile number 2, let's get right into it. The first card that we have for you is the 5 of Swords. There may be some sort of conflict going on with you in the month of December. This conflict could be really, really big, or it could be just like something small that kind of feels major. It could be maybe just in our thoughts even, since this is the 5 of Swords. So it could be either just in our thoughts, or maybe this is a conflict that has a lot to do with like spoken word. And that kind of goes a lot with kind of the energy of December. We do have that communicative energy going on, especially right now, with Mercury being, accompanying the moon and sun right now for the new moon and the solar eclipse. So we do have a lot of communicating energy, and maybe that might cause some conflict when things are being communicated. So just be aware of that. We do have the Wheel of Fortune right next to that. In your reading pile number 2, the Wheel of Fortune says we're kind of turning over a new leaf. We're starting a new cycle. We are ending one chapter and opening a new. So new beginnings are coming your way. Pile number 2, if things have previously been kind of conflicting, you got a lot of issues going on, well, we're about to turn a whole new leaf. Are you ready, babe? Because we are. Okay? We are moving in to a new cycle. We're going to end this one and move into a new one. Okay? If we are talking about a cycle of communication, and sorry, I'm adjusting myself. If we're talking about that, we want to be mindful of how we're communicating our feelings and our thoughts and what all is going on. Sorry about the noise, guys. We do have the people working on the lawn outside. And it kind of has been all morning, so I just went ahead and started the video anyway because I don't know when they're going to be gone. I'm sorry about the noise. So, if we're having an issue communicating our feelings, we need to kind of make sure we're staying a bit balanced, okay? Temperance, guys. We want to make sure that we are communicating our feelings, but we're not putting so much emotion into it that our reactions are getting out of hand, and the way that we're saying things it's not out of hand and causing conflict when there doesn't need to be. Not saying that you are, but again, this is a general reading and it can be different for everybody, depending on you personally. And again, if you want, I'm so sorry, if you want a more personal, in-depth clarification of this reading for yourself, I'd be more than happy to do that. Just give us a message and I can go into it more personally for you. But if that conflict is caused by being imbalanced, we kind of need to remember to kind of try to stabilize that a bit. If on another note, it could be that this new beginning is bringing that balance for you, and we're about to start that whole new cycle. Just be mindful of it and make sure that you're taking the most successful steps forward to change and be the more balanced and less conflict absorbed you, in a sense. Not saying that you are conflict absorbed, but if there's a lot of conflict going on for you, and it is caused because your emotions are imbalanced or because your reactions to them are imbalanced, then just be mindful of that. We do have the Six of Wands reversed for you as well. And that card kind of has like a sense of you measuring yourself up to other people's parameters. And you kind of need to cut that out because your success is not determined based on where somebody else is in their journey. This is your journey. This is your life. And if you finally got to this point where you're starting a new leaf and you're getting your stuff in balance, good for you. It doesn't matter how long it took you to get here. Congratulations, you are here. That's a big step, and I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of you too. So don't worry about where everybody else is in their journey. Don't worry about where they are, because I can guarantee you they got steps that they're going through. They got stuff that they're dealing with that maybe you've already dealt with. So we can't measure ourselves based off of somebody else's parameters. We cannot do that. We can't measure ourselves based off of other people's success because we're only gonna cause conflict within ourselves over that. And we don't need that. Let's get some clarifiers for you for these, okay? I do have my Oracle of the Seven Energies deck that I'm going to take some cards from so we can get some insight on the energy that is coming here. Okay. That was way too much, guys. If you could see how much just came out of my hand. Whoa. Hold on, let me gather them all up because it just went everywhere. This is an insane amount of cards. I'm not taking that as a drop. I will take this one though because it was stuck out of the deck. I don't know if you saw that. I'll take this one and this one because it fell by itself in front of me and all the rest of them kind of went to the side. So I'll take these two. Pretty like, maybe like they're like, I'm yelling this at you. Like, here. So much oomph in this message, so you better take it. This first one, we got Great and Full. This card really encourages you to look at yourself and view yourself as the whole damn package. Excuse my French, but can you please see that you are such a star and you are so worth loving and you are so worth celebrating and being proud of, and you have so much support already from the universe, from people around you. And if you can't see that, try to start looking and seeing how it's there already. You are a complete package. You really are. You are great, and you are full of love and inspiration and joy. And it's really time to start seeing that in your life. So find the joy and the little things in your life and within yourself that you are happy about, the things that you love about you, and really start to see yourself as the beauty that you are and how you're truly shining. And it's really funny because it dropped with Into Me, I see. And I'm going to go to this one in here. I don't get this card very often, so I just want to make sure that I'm giving the right version of it. This is water energy. So a sense of emotion a bit here. This is, I believe, love. So, like self-love. This is a very big self-love. And then we also have the Into Me IC card. And this is intimacy, trust in another, dropping shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection, the willingness to be vulnerable. Interesting. So allowing people to see into you. All right, I'll read the card for you to kind of give you an overall sense of the meaning here. So, at certain precious moments, you're called into a deep and meaningful connection with the world or another person. A magical affinity arises with the kind of intimacy that in turn encourages a greater understanding of yourself. The relationship acts as a mirror, helping you see your own patterns. What it reflects about you can further your own personal evolution. Now is the time to take a risk by connecting with another. Can you see how far you've come? Can you see what is still active within you that needs to change or heal? You will discover more about who you are as you discover more about another. Even if you cannot possibly know what it's truly like to be in someone else's shoes, you can listen and learn. This is a magical gift being offered to you right now. This concept applies beyond romantic connection. What do the dynamics in your closest friendships, work relationships, and family say about you? Relationships are extraordinary opportunities for healing. They have a great impact on how you contribute to the world. Intimate relationships hold up a mirror of truth and reveal more treasures than you might ever expect. If you can look into it, take a risk, and see everything as beautiful, even in its imperfections, imagine how deep you could go. I really see this as playing off of the energy of the Six of Wands reversed, that measuring yourself according to other people's success and other people's parameters. Maybe this is saying that in the month of December, you're going to be seeing traits in other people or some form of success that you view as success in another person, and being able to say, you know what, that's what I want to be, that's what I want to do, that's how I want to be, as a person. And maybe that is the change that is coming. So it could be that there's this conflict that has been within yourself, and now we're kind of taking that away and saying, you know what? Now I do know who I am. Now I do know what I want for my life, if that's the conflict that this is talking about. Conflicting thoughts and things, possibly. So, taking that time to use your relationships with other people as a chance to kind of heal yourself and evolve yourself by seeing and observing how they do things, but not that you want to be like them or like you want to be them, because you want to be yourself. But when we view certain things in other people, I don't know if you've ever felt this yet, but you're probably going to feel it in December. But that feeling of being like, you know what? I've never really thought about it like that before. I really want to change up my perception. Or, you know what? I've never done it like that before. I really like that. And I'm going to start doing that from now on. Or anything along those lines. That's fine. You can definitely do that. But don't be like really hard on yourself, like, oh man, I can't do anything right. She's got everything together, or he's got everything together. Why can't I be like them? Or why can't I do this? Or why haven't I already learned this by now? They're already this age and they've already accomplished this, that, and the other. Can't do it like that. This is a way of building yourself up and evolving. And if we're only talking negatively about ourselves, and we're only um, having like really negative, conflicting thoughts, then it's only going to tear us down. We want to be more uplifting and see yourself again as that whole package, somebody that's worth loving and being around, and being treated as something special, because you are so damn special, okay? You are uniquely you and beautiful and so worth loving. You deserve that. Not just from other people, but from yourself. So please make sure you are able to see that. Um, Take some time this month to really look at yourself and view your truth and what you wish to be your truth, and really go for it. I really, really feel some positive energy for you for the month of December, pile number 2. I'm going to use my astrology deck, my Heavenly Bodies astrology deck, to get more clarifiers. What else does the month of December have in store for pile number 2? That is really annoying outside, and I'm so sorry. Okay. We can roll with it. It's 3 separate. Wish I could show you how it dropped. I'll just like lift it straight up. How it fell on my lap. So, we'll go through it. First thing we have is, okay, we have house 6. House 6 represents establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. Maybe this month, maybe you're observing, how other people do things in their home, or how people take care of their health a little bit differently than you, and maybe we're observing those different patterns and being like trying to take on some like tips on how to do that better. Maybe we're going to start working on our health, maybe exercising or eating better, and establishing a foundation. Either that could be a home, or it could be just a foundation in like a routine of how you take care of yourself in your daily life, and just the little details. How often do you clean? How often do you spend time doing your hobbies? How often do you exercise? Do you have special routines for certain days, or little things like that? So this month seems to be a month that you're going to be exploring those ideas a bit, probably in relation to how you're seeing things in other people's lives based off of your communication with them. So, okay. We have a sextile, which is a combination of tension and flow. It's a potential and rewarding situation, but it's going to take effort. It's going to take, it's kind of like an obstacle, but the obstacle has such a great reward at the end. So bear with it and just really work at it. And this is for Capricorn, which is ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So maybe we're going to have like a combination of tension and flow with getting into the routine of like making this lifestyle change. It definitely feels like there's a lifestyle change coming to you through inspiration from another person. This could have to do with your health or your daily life or how you're creating stability at home and being practical. And that definitely comes through well with the Capricorn that's here as well, because they're all about they're they're an earth sign, so very grounded, wanting to make sure things are stable, um, very realistic. Um, so something coming in December that's going to get you to kind of work through the kinks of really setting those steps out for you for how you want to accomplish things and then doing them. So make sure you are taking the steps that you need to get where you want to be this month or just for your future in general. Another thing that we have for you, we have Uranus, which is about radical change. So again, we are changing radically, guys, and this really goes well with the card that we already have for you, the Wheel of Fortune. We are turning a new leaf. We are starting a new cycle. We are doing things differently and changing stuff up, okay? So, radically changing. And this is going to have to do with the signs Aquarius and Virgo. Maybe it has something to do with an Aquarius or Virgo. Maybe even a Capricorn, guys, with that sextile. Maybe some tension and flow dealing with a Capricorn. Maybe. But I really want to also focus on the qualities of these signs. So, radically changing for originality, philanthropy, and progressive imagining. So, trying to change the future, better the world, better yourself, and yeah, always looking for answers on how to succeed and continue on in moving forward. And also helping others, being like philanthropy, like kind of charitable work, even. Maybe you're going to do something charitable this month. It is the holiday month, so maybe you weren't a person who was into charity and now you are. Maybe that's a possibility for you. But it could just be you're radically changing in your originality and who you want to be authentically you. With Virgo, we do have integrity, reverence, and service. So, again, you could possibly be doing things for others that maybe you didn't think you were going to do. But maybe it's in the spirit of a holiday and you're going to do it anyway. And maybe that isn't like how you maybe used to be in the past, but now it's just a whole brand new you, and we're radically changing. Or through that service and through that philanthropy and progressive imaginings, we are radically changing. So, yep, I think this is really positive for you, group number 2. Now I'm going to do one last drop for you guys with my angel guide deck. Wow, okay. Ooh. We have romance and connection, guys. If you are currently in a relationship, romance and connection is going to be strengthened this month, which is, again, really like impacted by the placement of Mercury this month. We do have a lot of communication going on, so that can really allow us to connect with those loved ones that we have, and enhancing our romance a bit, maybe, if we're communicating things that we're wanting, or um, yeah, this could also be separate from that. And maybe a new romance is starting. Maybe this is a new cycle that's bringing on romance for you. If you're single, or if you're polyamorous and looking for an additional relationship, um, could definitely be bringing about that for you. Interesting. I'm going to take another drop for that, maybe to clarify that, how that is going to come about, or maybe just something else that is coming for you guys in December. Pile number 2. Okay. Okay. I think this is a separate thing, possibly. And again, we were already talking about how through relationships, um, it can bring about healing. We already read that in another card that dropped for you, but we just got inner child healing as well. So that could definitely be that type of healing that you're receiving from interacting with um, other people in your life. Maybe with the holiday coming up, we're going to be connecting again with family members, and that might bring about some inner child healing. Um, Getting a sense of resolution with something that may have happened in the past, and really taking that time to speak to your inner child and tell them that things are okay now, things are better. um, Take some time to talk to the little you and say, hey, it gets better. um, you're gonna heal, you're gonna succeed in life, you're gonna, whatever it is personally, that there's so many different things that we potentially have gone through in our childhood that has affected us today. And we're really uh, in need of taking the time to work through that inner child healing. So make sure you're doing that this month, and taking note of that. Maybe when you're getting around different family members or um, old friends, definitely take time to consider that inner child healing. But it does look like it is coming for you. So we also have take charge and action that fell out with that. So if there's something that you need to do in order to heal your inner child and heal yourself, maybe that has to do with the communication or the relationship with an old family member. Make sure you do that. Take that action. This is a card of forward movement and getting things done that need to be done. And it's okay to get things done if they're so that you can heal. That's perfectly fine. Don't worry about any conflict that may arise from it, because that can be resolved. But what also needs to be resolved is your inner child healing. There's a sense of spiritual growth coming for you. So uh, this has a lot to do with inner child healing, I believe, as well. Um, and growing in the way that you perceive the world and what you believe and how you experience things. So be open to messages from the divine and messages from the universe, messages from God, if that is what you believe. And be in tune with yourself on what it is that you need to take charge on and take action on, in order to turn that new leaf, in order to radically change. We have to do something first. And if that involves inner child healing, we really need to push through for that. We also did get clear, cancel, and release. That also came out with spiritual growth. Maybe this holiday season we're recognizing old patterns and like, and again, this is general. It does not have to be like this for everybody who chose pile number 2, but maybe it's where canceling out any old beliefs that we had spiritually that are kind of blocking our spiritual growth. And if you guys know me as a person, then you'd know that I used to be like really hardcore Christian. Um, I believed very much so in the Bible, and I did everything that I could to be the best Christian that I could be. But there was a sense of just the religion part of it. It did not resonate with me, and I found truth in something different. Um, I can make a whole separate video on, what exactly I believe if you guys are interested in that. But um, maybe take some time to really think about what it is that you truly believe is the meaning of life. And that could help you grow spiritually. It can also help you heal your inner self, um, and move forward and radically change. And this is also tying to the progressive imaginings and the radical change that came out of the Heavenly Bodies astrology deck for you. Just really take some time to think that through and kind of clear out any old thoughts or old beliefs that no longer serve you, or take some time to really communicate about those and open up to other ideas, because there's so many different thoughts out there. There's so many different beliefs, and it's more than just one. So that could be brought up this month, especially if we're getting together with really old family members who are like hardcore into religion. Um, so just be aware of that. I really hope that this reading gave you some insight to December for you, pile number 2. And I hope to get to do a reading for you again in the future. Thank you so much for allowing me to give you this message. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful December. Okay, we're going to move on now to pile number 3. So let me go ahead and get everything arranged for that really quick. Like wardrobe change. Just kidding. Set change. Just kidding, guys. Okay. Hello and welcome, pile number 3. If you're just now watching the video, it is because you are most likely pile number 3. Or you continued watching after pile number 2 or 1. This reading is meant to go over the energies that December is bringing to you, and just what experiences are coming to you this month. So we got a lot of big things coming as far as energy goes, with the new moon and the solar eclipse, and then the full moon in Gemini later on this month. We got a lot going on energetically. So let's take a look at what that's going to bring for you specifically, pile number 3. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords here, and it is reversed. The page is generally about communication, so this definitely ties to our theme of communication, with Mercury being, an accompaniment of the sun and moon starting out for December. So major communicative energy. But for you, pile number 3, the Page of Swords is in reverse. So we're talking about like a sense of maybe being a know-it-all, somebody who lets their ego get in the way of success, doesn't keep his promises, and often passes the blame for his own mistakes to others, snide and manipulative, uh, kind of childish, cold, and self-interested. And the card kind of encourages you to remember that cooperation and humility will get you further than bulldozing others. So we need to be considerate of other people and not let our ego get in the way of things, uh, especially with our communication. We need to be aware of how we're treating others when we're speaking to them. Um, if we're acting like that, it can most definitely cause us to. Ooh, I almost knocked that over, but my legs are falling asleep. It can definitely cause us to miss out on opportunities. And in the cards that we have here, we kind of have some missed opportunities. We have, or potential for missed opportunities if we continue through the month with this attitude or with that energy. Um, we do have the Ace of Cups reversed. So this could be maybe like an imbalance of our emotions a bit, because if we're thinking of a cup that is upside down, everything's going to just come out, right? Which could leave us feeling empty, and it could lead to um, things coming out the wrong way, and just making a whole mess of things. So if we're not being aware of how we are coming across to other people, and definitely make a mess of things. Definitely a sense of emotional imbalance. If you are like dumping everything out and just like even blowing up on people over your emotions, we need to kind of rein that in. If we are holding everything in and we're not communicating our feelings, we can also come off really snide or manipulative in a way, or just our communication is off for sure if we're going to bottle everything up. I'm just going to say, in general, your communication might be off this month. We're going to hit some bumps with that. Either you're not communicating what you need to communicate, or you're not communicating it in the right way, and you kind of need to rein it in a bit so that your words can come off clearly without being all muddled with emotion and being kind of harsh, because sometimes things can be that way. And I know that from personal experience because I have a hard time with that sometimes. So, um, definitely take some time to think about how it is that you're expressing yourself, because it may not be in the best way. We also have the Seven of Swords reversed, guys, and that can basically mean that we aren't facing the truth of things. If this is about how you're acting, and like somebody's telling you, hey, you kind of need to tone it down a bit, hey, you're kind of being an ass, excuse my French, hey, you're kind of being a bitch, excuse my French again. If somebody's trying to point that out to you and you're not, like, if you just keep denying it, no, I'm not, no, I'm not, no, I'm not, I'm perfectly fine. I'm telling you exactly how I'm feeling. I don't understand how you're not understanding what I'm saying when I'm yelling it at you and I'm beating around the bush. Come on now. Let's be open to the truth here. Our communication could definitely be a bit better, and it's time to take a step back and evaluate it so that we can move forward the best possible way. Just want to point out, guys, that this reading is general, so it could be that way for one person who picked pile 3, and for another person who picked pile 3, it could just be that in a separate scenario, it's time to open up to the truth about something, either truth about yourself. Maybe you're discovering something about yourself, or you're discovering something about something going on in your life, and you're needing to open up to that truth and kind of really accept it for what it is. We can get more clarifiers in a minute, definitely, but. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And again, if we have a hand upside down with money in it, it's just going to be falling out. So this is like a missed opportunity type feel with the Ace of Pentacles, or hey, if you're not careful with how you're handling things or how you go about doing something, you may miss this opportunity. So you want to be aware of that, guys. This is a heads up that there's potential for missed opportunities. It also could be that if an opportunity is presented to you, it could possibly be too good to be true. And that might be why it is next to the Seven of Swords. Maybe something seemed really, really nice up front, and you were like, yes, heck yes, this sounds great. And then you kind of get into it, and it's like, hey, that's not what I thought it was. I thought you said it was going to be this way. I expected it to go a totally different way. Yeah. Some things can just be too good to be true, and that is totally a possibility. Um, things may not be as great as they initially seem, so be discerning. And remember, it's okay to decline any offer that doesn't feel like the right fit for you. These cards all put together could definitely mean that there may be something being communicated to you, a opportunity that will be coming to you, and it's just telling you to decline it. It may not be the best opportunity to accept. So just kind of take some time to really view things for how they really are. Take the time to be discerning and see the truth in the situation before you go accepting offers that are presented to you. Yeah, so a couple different ways that we could read this. And again, that is because this is general. If you want a more in-depth reading for yourself, a more personal reading for yourself, I can definitely get more personal clarifiers for you if you want to shoot me a message, and I'll definitely do that. But those are what I got for you from my Nightmare Before Christmas deck. I'm going to go ahead and get some clarifiers for you now with my 7 Energies deck. Okay. My question was, what else is December bringing? For pile number 3, we have opening to discovery. So there's something to discover in the month of December for you. Something new coming, and you just need to keep your eyes peeled. The opportunity that we were previously discussing about how it may be too good to be true, it could be too good to be true, or it could actually be legit. So that is up to you to be discerning of and make that choice. And also, maybe we're going to decline one offer to be opening to a new discovery of something that is going to come after that offer. So sometimes certain things aren't the right fit for us, and that's perfectly okay. Just be open to things that the universe is presenting to you, and kind of really take some time to think things through and discover what it truly is and what it could be for you. We also have the Call of the Muse. This is like a very creative card. A lot of possibilities, a lot of inspiration, a lot of creativity in this card. This is like expressing yourself creatively and being in the flow of creativity, or tuning into inspiration, allowing creativity without being self-conscious, writing and journaling as a means of connection. Okay, so maybe we're going to be creating something this month, or taking some time to really express ourselves in a creative way. So that is something that is coming for you guys in the month of December. Let's see. Hmm. I wonder what it is that you'd be creating. I guess that's personal to you, possibly, if it's like journaling. Okay. So something also coming or associated with this is a square. I'm using my Heavenly Bodies astrology deck for more clarification as well. Um, the square is a challenging situation, like a mountain to climb, an obstacle to overcome this month. So we do have a square. Let me ask, what is involved in the square? Okay. Mm. You know what, guys? Lots of fire energy. And I already said at the beginning of the video, we do have Sagittarius energy starting out this month. So what we just got for you, for what this square for this challenging situation is going to be, is Leo, which is self-confidence, pride, loyalty, and creativity. Okay, wonderful. We have hurt and heal. So healing past hurts, getting over things that have kind of left scars on our heart, and healing that to overcome it, better ourselves, and turn a new leaf, in a sense. Heal that old wound. In Sagittarius, okay. So we got optimism, exploration, and freedom. Um, again, we do have that big, bold, spontaneous energy coming in. So it's calling on you to be creative and do what it is that you want to do. What is it that you want to create? What is it that you want to be successful in? Now's the time to take a second to think about that. And maybe that's the opportunity that the other cards are talking about. Maybe you were given an opportunity maybe to do something with somebody else, and maybe you're like, no, I don't really want to do that. I want to create something different on my own and be authentically me and have self-confidence to do something on your own and start something on your own. That is wonderful energy, and you should embrace that. Um, yeah. I'm going to take a second to go back to the first card, the Page of Swords reversed. It may not be you necessarily that is being egotistical or manipulative or snide. It could be a different person. And maybe you're just not wanting to be around that energy. Maybe that's why you kind of need to be like, I don't know if I want to get involved with that type thing. That's perfectly fine. Um, you have a lot of fire energy, a lot of energy to start something new, to be creative and just totally self-confident and optimistic and free to be you. That is wonderful energy, guys. And it seems to be a challenging situation. This might be because um, um, you're involved with another person, or the other person was thinking about being involved with you. And you kind of need to handle that with care and be cautious about how you go about either declining it or accepting it. But if you're wanting to move forward and heal from the old self, um, and be the new you that you want to be, if that involves you creating, please do it. I highly encourage you to just move forward, be open to the discovery of something new and wonderful for you. And it is coming in hot, hot, hot. We got 2 fire signs out of 3 on this table for you guys. Okay? Lots of creativity and fire energy. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take some clarifying cards from my angel deck here. That is way too many, guys. Way too many. If it's meant to jump, I'll have it jump again if it wants to. But earth and ground. Um, this energy is like a grounding energy. This card, like taking the second to, or taking the time to really have a good foundation under your feet, and getting that situated. If you need to take time to be still to find that, um, and really find a time to get grounded and yeah, maybe like you're wanting to start things off on the right foot and have a good foundation from the start of things. And that's what you're really wanting for your new creation, for your new beginning. Um, take the time to uh, really think things through and think about how you want to get that good foundation before you start building. And also, we got trust the universe. The universe will lead you in the direction that you need to go and how you need to start this. Um, be open to messages from the universe and also be open to not knowing quite yet. Be open to the discovery of it and not, okay, I need the answers now. I need to know exactly what I'm doing, this, and when. Not everything happens that way. Some things just come to you in the flow of things. So be open to the flow of things and trust the universe, trust the timing. Sometimes it does take some time to get things off the ground and get things started. That could be the challenging situation that the square is talking about on here, just getting started. Sometimes it does take a bit of time. So just remain grounded, remain calm and patient and trusting of the universe. Anything else? Anything else for pile number 3? What is coming in December? We got forgiveness and understanding, listening deeply. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be some communication happening this month for you guys, pile number 3. Um, Either where you're going to need to be forgiven or you're going to need to forgive somebody else and be a bit understanding of their perspective of the situation. You really need to listen deeply about what they're saying, what they're communicating, and not only listen to people, but this is also a card to encourage you to listen to the guidance of the universe because they are also giving you messages. But yes, so lots of communication energy that is not just speaking, but also listening. We want to make sure that we are listening clearly and um, giving their whole thought a chance to come across instead of just what we want to hear. Um, we have transformation for you. So definitely feel that with that fire energy coming. There's going to be a transformation within yourself and within your life. So get ready for it, guys, because it is coming in hot. And then last but not least, we do have vulnerability and freedom. So taking that time to communicate and get everything out that needs to be said, um, being a bit vulnerable about things either that are bothering you or things that you're going through, it really gives people the opportunity to see you as a whole instead of just what you want everybody else to perceive you as. And it's more authentic and it kind of gives you a sense of freedom in being who you want to be. Um, Also, if you're creating something where you're going to have to be vulnerable, um, that could also be a thing here for you guys. But there is freedom in that and hope, and it's just absolutely wonderful. And I am feeling nothing but positive vibes for you guys. Um, with that forgiveness and understanding card, though, maybe the hurt and heal that came up, and the page of swords reversed. Maybe there was a person who hurt you previously, um, and maybe it's time to kind of forgive them, and kind of talk about the hurt that happened, talk it through, allow them to express their side of it, but also express your side on why it hurt you, and kind of just give each other the chance to communicate about it and forgive each other about what happened. Um, Needing to heal those past wounds and just get it settled. Yeah, guys, that's what I have for you, pile number 3. And I am so excited for everything that is to come for you guys. And I hope to hear nothing but wonderful news about your creations. I am so excited. If you guys are creating something new, please let me know, because I'd love to watch it or see it or just know about it. I love creativity, and yeah, I'm so excited for you guys. I hope you guys got something out of this reading. I hope it gave you some insight into your December and gets you on the right foot moving forward for this month. So, thank you so much for allowing me to do the reading, and I hope to do another one soon. Thanks, pile number 3. Okay, guys, it is time to move on to pile number 4. I'm adjusting the way that I'm sitting because my feet hurt. I don't normally do this on the floor. I am trying something new this time. So, yeah. And now I've been on the floor for almost an hour and a half. So, not used to that. But, get everything situated for pile number 4. Back in place. Bear with me one moment, guys, if you're still watching. Okay. All right. Hello and welcome, pile number 4. This is your December energies reading. We're going to be talking about the things that December is bringing you this month, what the universe has in store for you. So let's go ahead and dive right in and get started, okay? First things first, we do have the Knight of Swords reversed. So Knights are all about forward movement and getting things done. And swords are, about thought and communication in a sense. So, with the Knight of Swords in reversed, there's like a kind of a sense of lack of follow through in what you're going to say, or in what you say you're going to do. I mean, like you say you're going to do something, but you don't really follow through with it. You're not taking action on those words or thoughts. A sense of being scattered brained, even overwhelmed by unfinished tasks, and spending energy starting new projects impulsively instead of completing what's begun. So there's that sort of energy going on for you guys. Either you're not following through with what you're saying, or maybe somebody else isn't going to be following through what they're saying. And we also have the Two of Swords reversed. This could indicate that maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with somebody on something, and you've kind of communicated your opinion. Okay, put them on. Okay, then go put them up for me, please. I'm so sorry, pile number 4. Sometimes when, okay, I can see where that's going. Sometimes when we're giving people advice, like if they come to us and they ask us, what should I do? And you give that person the advice and they don't listen, they don't follow through with what you discussed. You kind of just got to let it be and let them live how they're going to live, let them do what they're going to do, because it's on them about that. You can be supportive of them without standing in the way of how they're going to go about things. And kind of don't really take that on as your own personal, failure or anything like that. It has nothing to do with you. It's going to be completely about them and their life. If this is for you, because this is a general reading and every person who picks pile number 4 isn't going to be going through the same situation, you kind of need to take some time to really think about how you're saying you're going to do something and then not following through on it. Because that could be kind of damaging to certain people depending on who you're doing it to. Even for yourself, that could be damaging. If you're not following through on things that you're saying you're going to do for yourself, that could definitely hurt you. Could be a sense of disagreement. So you may have a disagreement with somebody in the month of December, blocking forward movement, possibly. We have the King of Pentacles also for you in the month of December. So this is major successful in money kind of feeling. He's like an ultimate provider. Okay. This could be maybe you're going to have that conflict with either a masculine figure or even maybe something to do with work and how you earn your money. Or this could just be telling you that you are going to be bringing in more income in the month of December. You're going to have that sense of being able to provide for your family or for yourself. And I love that. It's Sandy Claus. It's not Sandy Claus, it's Jack Skellington dressed as Sandy Claus. But happy holidays, guys. So we do have that King of Presents, and he is that ultimate provider. He's very successful. So that has some good energy on its own. If it is in association with the Two of Swords reversed, it could be that we're having a sense of disagreement with a figure that would represent the King of Pentacles. If you know somebody that already you associate with that card. Okay. Let's get some clarifying cards for this because I didn't get a big drop for you guys, and I did try to ask. Okay. That was so fast. Okay. We have a tall tale. A tall tale indicates that maybe somebody is going to be lying. Okay. And either it's you that's going to be lying and telling a story instead of telling the truth, or somebody else might be. We need to be careful a bit. Definitely. With that card, what fell out the straight bottom from that was a burst of magic. This is like a sudden epiphany, a sudden realization of something. So maybe you're going to suddenly realize at some point during December that maybe somebody lied to you. I would be careful about that. Let's get some more clarifiers there. I definitely want to clarify that tall tale, but awakening genius. So just suddenly realizing things. There's information coming to you this December. Maybe you're realizing that somebody didn't do what they thought they were or what they said they were going to do. Hopefully this isn't in reference to somebody providing something for Christmas, maybe. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling that maybe somebody told you that they were going to get something for you. Okay, maybe this doesn't have to be negative though. If somebody said that they were going to get you something for Christmas and it turns out that they didn't get you what they said they got you maybe something better, or maybe they didn't get anything and didn't follow through with that. And it could have that negative connotation to it, but it could be that there is something bigger. And I definitely kind of feel that a little bit because we do have the awakening genius, and we're like discovering bigger, better things, and just having all these downloads of uh, information that we didn't previously have. I'm going to use my Heavenly Bodies astrology deck to kind of look a little deeper at this for you guys. Especially that tall tale. I want to know a little bit more about what is going on there. I need some information on the tall tale happening in December for pile number 4. Okay. I asked for clarification and I'm getting it. Okay. So funny. Okay, guys. Maybe this has to do with you're realizing that, okay, and again, this is completely general, and everybody who picks pile number 4 could have a different point in this reading that they're really zoning in on, and possibly this could be for you. But I got house 9, which is spiritual growth, dropped right with Jupiter, which is growth and expansion. So we are truly growing and expanding spiritually. If the tall tale is in relation to your spiritual beliefs, maybe you're realizing that what you thought was the truth isn't actually the truth, and maybe you're opening your eyes to something bigger and realizing that the world works in completely different cycle than you thought, or way that you thought. It really depends on what you previously believed, but yes. So there's definitely spiritual growth coming, and true growth and expansion, very major growth for you. Expanding our mind, expanding our ideas and beliefs, expanding our thought patterns and way of being. Yeah, that is wonderful. If that is an association to the tall tale about what somebody told you, then maybe you're just realizing that it's a little bit deeper than that. Deeper than what you were told. We also have instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. This is cardinal. So very forward moving. I'm still not getting a complete sense of what the tall tale is about, unless it is something to do with spirituality. But this is kind of just taking the time to kind of go out and seek it yourself, kind of find the truth yourself, and being brave enough to seek it out. We have the North Node, which is what you are destined to have, or destined to be like. Just true destiny here. And this is like positivity, positive qualities, and your higher self in a sense. Not the same thing as your ascendant, but definitely moving up and progressing. We also have Mercury here. We do have think, learn, network, and communicate. So major communication energy, and definitely possibly a verbal tall tale. Like somebody said something to you, or in in a different light, this could be that you're just learning something new and discovering something new that is completely different from what you were believing before, which kind of goes with the spiritual beliefs thing. So maybe we're opening up to new discoveries about spiritual beliefs. Let's find out. I'm going to ask my angel guide deck for anything else that is coming for you in the month of December. There's a couple different ways that we could take this, and I hope I hit the point for you. But we have manifestation. This is true power, guys. And if you're opening up your eyes to the power of manifestation and coming to believe the powers in this and what it could mean in relation to maybe a religion that you follow or what you don't follow. Um, Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe even just on a separate note, we're manifesting things this month. We are manifesting what we truly, truly want for our lives and for our future and for ourselves. When we let's talk about manifestation for a bit. When we truly set our mind on something that we want to accomplish or what we want to do or what we want to be, then we start to really think about, okay, well, how can I get there? What steps can I do to get there? What um, successful actions can I take that are going to bring that about? Um, Continuously speaking on it and claiming it, that is power right there. We're putting the energy out for what we want to get back. Right there is power. But also taking those affirmative action to get it done and take it for yourself, that also is the other part of the power. We can't just only speak about it because then nothing will happen. And then we can't just only just do, because if we're just doing without purpose and without passion, without claiming that for ourselves, then when is it ever going to be for us? When is it ever going to be ours if we're not claiming it? So we gotta kind of put together the two parts and just let everything come together and fall into our hands like this beautiful, beautiful card has for us. So I love this card. I love talking about manifestation. I can go on and on and on about that, but we don't need to do that right now. We have manifestation coming for you in the month of December, and also maybe even discovery to manifestation in December. Maybe you're going to find the true powers of that, especially with that King of Pentacles that we already got with success and providing. Guys, we just came and got power and intention. When we set our intentions and we claim what we want, there is power in that. Um, yes, guys. Wow. That was just confirmation. So maybe we need to focus very heavily on that part of claiming it for yourself and saying, this is what I'm going to do. This is what my intentions are. And when we set our intentions before we start to do, it can kind of just guide us right down that path of accomplishing it. Anything else for pile number 4? Anything else? Signs and reminders. This card is so beautiful. I love it so much. I love this deck, guys. I love all my decks. But this is the Angel Guide deck. And this card just encourages you to keep your eyes open for signs from the universe. The universe is going to be sending you signs of the truth, of little joys, little messages from beyond our realm of truth. So be open to that, open to seeing those signs and reminders, the little things in life, guys. The little things in life that we don't even think about. There could be signs in from the universe. So be mindful of the things around you. Be mindful of the things that are going on, or the birds that show up around you, or even the passing butterfly. It could be visitors from like past loved ones who have already passed, or even just divine spirit trying to communicate with you. So we need to be open to that communication as well. That is wonderful, guys. I would still be a little cautious, some of you, because we did get that tall tale, so we want to make sure that we're being discerning when we're communicating with people and aware of potential lies that we may be told. Maybe somebody isn't going to follow through on certain actions. Just be aware of that coming this December. But other than that, we got a lot of positive cards for you. Setting epiphanies, setting learnings and communication that is going to bring about knowledge for you. So, and lots of growth and expansion, guys, especially spiritually speaking. December is full of truth for you, and that totally makes so much sense with what has been predicted for December, because with the pioneering spirit of Sagittarius, and with Mercury right there with the sun and moon, we are seeking out the truth, and that's what we're doing here in the month of December with pile number 4. So thank you guys so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. I really hope you got something out of it, and I hope you truly, truly enjoyed it. If you want me to go more in depth for you personally about this reading on how it relates to you um, specifically, instead of it just being general and like maybe it's this or maybe it's that, we can go more specifically into that for you if you just want to shoot me a message, and we can go more in depth. But just want to thank you so much for being the best supporters, guys, and I hope to do a reading for you all next time. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your December.